What's crypto space junk? Just having a look. It's been a while since I've done a video. I wanted to see how these candles were going on because I'm only looking at the longer time frames. So on the monthly chart, Cardano, and there's still 19 days until this candle closes, and we're still within previous month's range. Now, see the previous month I spoke about before. It's a high wave candle, which could be a reversal if we break above and out of the previous month's high, or it could end up very bearish if we blow through the last month's previous low, which we could do, and it looks like we probably will. Now, I'll go to weekly here. Previous week's candle, inverted hammer, that's pretty negative. Now, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I put a buy order in, and I put it on a fib, which I thought I was being a bit too tight. So if I go to the weekly chart here, and it was around 72 cents. And I put them on lower as well. Let's have a look. So I had some buy orders on the 786. I think it's showing here 71 cents there. Lining away. Yeah, 74. Well, basically on the same line. So 74 cents. I got it about 72 cents when I accurately put down the Fibonacci when I hit the exact coordinates in. So I'll do now. So to get it bang on, got a lot showing up on there. Let me hide some of the indicators. Yeah, to get it bang on, just double click. If you hover at the high there, where you can see the doji, you look up here, where the pointer is, you'll see the open, high, low, and close price. You hover over there, and you look at the high, and it was $3. Ain't that there? Might have actually set up then completely. Do that again. So right, look for the wrong place. Okay, that would be better. It was just looking wrong there when I double clicked. So if I double click here, I'll bring it back up. And I look for the high, it's 298. Why am I? Sorry, it's going to second. This to throw me out here. We get to the monthly chart. See the high up here. Yeah, so the high, yes, 3.101. 01. It just looked inverted to me there. And the low, really here, the low was 0.18, yeah, which it was showing. So if I double click that, you can see this is 0.18. Don't understand why it's not saving that to 0.1. Okay, that's the high end. On 786, it's showing 6.7. Well, I've got about 72 cents from where I measured it, and I've also got a buy order in under 40 cents. I think we're going to get there. What about that slow process? If you're getting a bit bored, then so yeah, you see 786 we're still heading for 886. I've also got a buy order there just in case I'm away for the next 2 weeks. So I'm just leaving a buy order there. And definitely, if I see that it's been taken, I'll be chucking more in on Cardano. I mean, if you look to the left here, we're around this 34 cents mark here. Obviously, I went to a daily, you'd see some kind of resistance here at 35. And it just feels like we're just going to go into this region again, down to the 886. Cardano's are such a long consolidation, and not really a lot's happened. If we go to a week, just nothing really. Quite sell-off volume here. That was when Bitcoin dropped. We're looking. This is the Russia conflict, must be. And I'll go to the daily chart. Last week, felt like we're gonna start reversing, but it's not been the case. Now, there is another way to look at this as well. Where could we go? Now, just even if I use here, just this leg here, down. So I can see it's coming up initially a week. If I look here, so we come down, we bounced up, we've hit the 50 retracement. We could see definitely 70 cents. I feel we will see 70 cents. 69, 70 cents there on Cardano. Now, let's have a look at RUNE. So for the next price target, I'm looking at 69 cents, and on a higher level, we're going to be testing the dollar again. But I see this 70 cents. I think we're going to hit it first. We're going to tag down and at least hit this 74. 69 to 74 cents. I think we're going to come all the way down again to the bottom on the RSI. Now, my Cardano, I'm looking at a longer play on this. So if I look into the week here, we've not done anything on the week RSI. I'm going to be playing the week RSI, and I'm going to be looking at the Fibs when we start challenging this area again. Maybe April, you could see some new tax year, possibly. But I think we're not going to see anything from Cardano before April. I don't think we're going to see anything in March. If I go to the monthly here, I feel that we're going to break the low. Even if I put the other indicator, we are developing a inside bar. There is 19 days, and it's a bit of an early call to make, but I just got a feeling we're going to break this low on Cardano. That candle there is undecided at the moment. 19 days left though. We're 12 days into the month, still very undecided. Now, RUNE has been very interesting. It frustrates me all the time, RUNE. I always think I should buy. I haven't bought. Last time I think it was around here. I must have felt the same. Now, if I get rid of this, boring. Not that one. That one. So get rid of them all. Remove the drawings. Okay, so on the monthly, we have the indecision, high wave candle, and then we reverse. We broke the previous month's high. Now, is there? That's where the yellow line was initially. If we come back into this previous month's range now, I feel that it will be bearish and will be coming down. And let's just have a look where the price corrected. I think, if I remember, this was bang on the 50. But let's have a look. Oh, 886. So we're looking at the 886. So rather than taking it from this low, I've just taken it from this low. So we've come up and then we've come back down, and I've taken it from this low before we started this leg here. For the newer coins, it's quite deceptive when you do the fib, because the price was so cheap down here, and then you do it here and you look, and the pullback is at 886, almost bang on, and then we reverse. So what's happened is, let's have a look over the weeks. So we've got this hammer at the on third week of February. Breach the hammer, we break out, and we're continuing on. The volume is huge in comparison to what we've seen for nearly a year. Well, since August. So we're hitting the same volume period where we went in August, and then we got this S curve here. So it could be interesting. Let's see what happened regarding the fibs on this. Now, we had a pullback to the 618. Be interesting on this, because let's have a look what the inverted leg was prior to that. So you take fibs, you've got people playing on fibs from both directions. And you can see here, where we initially had the pullback here, well, that's also a counter fib of this. So we can have a look here, and I think this was the 618 of this previous move here. So we've hit the 50 of this move. We've tried to bring it down, it's failed, and 618, this end is held. Where buyers step in here, and if you look at this has been quite huge. This will be a lot. 169% from the buyers coming in at the 618, and they played it to the 50% retracement there, extension. You see the 50 extension? As soon as we hit the 50 extension, we reverse back down, and it's been continuous. So it'd be interesting to see if we hit this 20 EMA here, like we did before. You see on the Bollinger Bands that they've gone massively wide here. I know it's a weekly chart, but that's huge. Because it's fairly newish. So if you have a look here, we start seeing reversal candles here, indecision. Inverted hammer, doji, but it's an inside bar. Outside bar, doji, it was indecision. They picked up on a 618, and bang, they made 169%, I think it was. So could we have the S curve here? So if we start seeing inverted hammers here, would be the indication that we could buy the pullback at a 618. So just as a rough guide, if I just put the pullback from here on the 20 EMA, we could be looking at buying around $4.6 mark, which would be quite interesting. I would buy there. That's where I'd enter if I was going to look now. I mean, these are weekly candles, so yeah, it could be a bit frustrating. But what is there to make from where we are at now? And to me, Cardano would be a better buy for now. If you want to sit on this, I'd look for buys in that area. I mean, there's only 20% there before we could start seeing a pullback. Now you might be thinking, well, will we? Yeah, well, we could, and I'll show you where we could. If I go to 618 from the this extension, sorry, from the retracement here, but the opposite leg. We hit a 1-to-1, that's a 618, and we could end up coming back down. So if I see a break of the 20 EMA area, I'll be definitely looking for a reversal candles around the 618 of the previous leg down. Just don't forget that will be the bigger time play. So you're going to see stronger moves in them areas. Now let's go back to runes now. Let's look at the daily. Now, would have been nice if he took this hammer. Like I said, it looks like to me you'll see another 18% from now. But it's an 18% where I won't get involved. I mean, you look at this, how beautiful that signature of us coming down, where you could have just took this. I was going to take this, but I've been busy. I'm just not getting the time at the moment to trade. Kind of holding a lot more in Cardano and playing the earning, because I'm not around to really put the time in at the moment. I will be shortly, the last 2 weeks, and then yeah, I'll be back. But we look at this here. You see these inverted. So we get this hammer here. We play up. I mean, you look at the percentage gain from this low to this high here. People made 100% of their money and sold. They sold, and you can see them selling here. Inverted hammer, bang. And then what did they do? They put the buy orders. I reckon that's a 618. It doesn't get any more beautiful than that. So where do we see the end? If you look left here, maybe the 27.50. Probably I can see us going from 618 to 618, which is a symmetry in the market. I can see that coming in, which might line up to the 618 of the previous move on the monthly, which I looked at earlier. And we have a look. So yes, there's not a massive difference. We could definitely be challenged that 618 of that previous move and down. Yeah. So in this area here, if we start hitting that area, I would be taking profits if you're holding RUNE. I mean, I'd probably sell 50 if I managed to get in on that 618, I'd be selling at least 50% of what I was holding on that 618. But I would play to the previous leg down as well and see if you can hit up around here. Then you're laughing. And then if you picked up the 618 of this move coming down, you've managed to accumulate quite a lot. have a quick look at GRT. Nothing from GRT yet. So monthly, again, like Cardano, previous month, indecision, high wave candle, we're still in it, inside bar. Weekly, inverted hammers, still looking bearish, but if we can get above here, we could see a blowout here, come back, and then continue on a bit like what RUNE's done. Super farm. Again, consolidation. Again, monthly. Inverted hammer. Inside bar. Still too early. With 19 days left, really, to get much of that one. On a daily. Again, we're in this some more consolidation around here. I mean, last week? Probably 2 weeks ago, had a bit of a run. I remember hit $1 and then bounced off. So we've hit the wall, which we could see pretty similar. What could happen to RUNE at the moment, even though you're getting a lot of volume coming in. But the volume in RUNE, if we go to the daily and then we go to on RUNE, I mean it's huge in comparison. Go weekly, was it? Yeah, for 2 weeks in a row, we've had a lot of volume coming in on RUNE. Cardano, absolutely zero volume. And I mean, last time, look, if you look at the stock RSI, we came down, started coming back up, and then we came down again. And then we've come all the way up on the weekly. So it can't be much longer until Cardano has a run. I can't see it not. Now, look at DOT. I heard someone saying DOT was moving the other day. Yeah, I had a chance to look. Again, completely flat. It can't be much longer. No, not really any volume. What we want to be seeing is when the volume is more than the previous. It doesn't really matter how many candles, as long as we see previous, like here. This beat the volume to the left, and it was kind of bullish, and we had a bit of a run. So it dominates all the rest of the, especially the selling volume. And look here, we have this indecision, bang, and we're away. But it's been in decline. It's been consolidating for a long time. So DOT very much should be on the watch list. Move these drawings. I found this one very frustrating, actually. Look at it. Now, to me, DOT's looking like it could possibly do something a bit earlier than what Cardano could be. I think we might get a move like RUNE here. So we've got the indecision candle. We've got the inside hammer. I know there's 18 days left, but it's looking a bit more positive than Cardano is, where it looks like we'll blow out the indecision. So at the high wave, we're going to expect volatility. It's going to go one way or the other. No one knows where. Depends who's going to win, the bulls or the bears. So weekly chart. Weekly, look at the volume here. Not really dominant over the selling. It's about exactly the same. But you can see quite clearly where the buyers came. Now, see here, we had the selling volume here. It was lower than everything else. But that's also a signal. That was a signal, and probably the reason why we got all this buying here. Selling volume had become lower. Now let's have a look on RUNE. What happened there on the weekly? move. So just looking at the volume alone. We had the smallest bearish volume of all the previous weeks. And then suddenly start making our move. Look at Superfarm on this. So next week, well, this commencing week, I know it's Saturday. Superfarm could be very interesting to look for a buy. Because last week's volume, well, last week's, not last week's till tomorrow, so we're still at 1 day left. It's the lowest volume, sell volume we've had during all this consolidation. So usually when something reverses the other way, we have really low volume, almost none. And then the following week, the buyers start to come in. So during this week, the buyers will start coming in on Super, I think. If the volume is bigger than that, this week's volume, I would see that the trigger to look for an entry. Now, I remember reading about this a long time ago. It's not a strategy I practice as such, but it's something I look for. To just confirm that this could be the end of the consolidation. The lower volume. Is it lower than it? This would put us lower than anything. So I can see us breaking a little bit lower, getting a hammer, then next week we start running on Super. Possibly. Let's have a look. Let's look at it. Lots. Interesting. Convergence. The biggest pain that I hold. And I just don't want to sell it because I've lost quite a lot on it. And I'm also holding a lot. That's the biggest amount of volume we've had since May last year, near a year. This week. Now, I know it's bullish volume here, but that can also be a signal to the end of the selling. What we could do is have probably next to nothing volume next month, and then the month after this could start running in May, maybe. I mean, I'd be happy just to, I don't know, this consolidation. When you see it like that, you just think this is robots doing all this. Let's have a look here. Even a run up to the 618, I'd be happy with. At the moment, bounce down, I accumulate more, and then up. I think I could be dreaming there. Take. Getting a bit long actually on this video. So stochastic, RSI at the bottom. Volume. Sell volume's getting lower. A nearby fraction. For the consolidation, so next 2 weeks, we could see something from this. Phantom. Where do we go with Phantom? Weekly chart. sell volumes coming in. RSI is at the bottom of the weekly. I mean, how long was that period there? On a measure. It's not exact science, but let's just have a look. You know, that's 50 days. So we could say, let's have a look at this one. 63 days. Well, I ain't going to bother with Phantom for the next 30 days for sure. We've got like the double M, double top here, bang. Talking a monthly on this. Yeah, absolutely not. Don't even bother looking at it. I mean, anything under $1 would be nice, but that inverted hammer, I don't like it. We're definitely coming down to 20 EMA, so we're definitely going down to 80 cents. Off the top of that would be a nice 15 cents would be nice. But even if you just took a fib from here on the monthly, you're looking for the 80 cents mark, 50 cents. I can see it happening. I can see that coming down. Luna. Still going up. On a weekly. Oh, I just won't be looking at it. Not to buy here now. See, we've just bounced down to the 618, so the $42 mark. I mean, weekly is probably too big of a time frame to look. If you're buying now, and you think this run's going to continue, I won't be getting involved with Luna. Not easy for me to look there. If I was going into Luna, I'd be looking at down to 8-hour candles. Let's have a look. Yeah, if I was going to be doing this, I'd be looking for a very short-term trade on Luna. I wouldn't be getting in to hold. What we've looked at. Matic. Another one. 140. See how long. I mean, you can see here you get like the double bottom effect of the RSI, stochastic RSI there. 140 seems very cheap, but go to a monthly chart. This is really did a lot over the last couple of years. Absolutely devastated at the price where this has gone. I think I sold up here and never really got back into it. I made profits, but not as much as if I had kept it. Definitely. Have a look. So again, we've got this high wave type candle, inside bar developing over 19 days. I see us coming down with this full weekly. Maybe if I take a fib from here, let's have a look where I think we could go down to. I think we'll test the dollar. But I think we'll test the dollar very soon. How long does this stay? 70 days. Okay. quite a while in this area then. Be fine. So over the next 20 days, I mean, the volume's very low in comparison to what normally happens with it. Could be looking for buy orders around the 786, 886 on Matic. So, yeah, it's at $41. Again, as you can see, Sol's coming all the way down into the $786, $72 range. I mean, I would have a buy order waiting here, $48 Solana, which would be a bargain. $50 Solana would be very good. And I definitely will be buying some. If we go down to the 886, I will definitely pick some up. DC. Ethereum Classic. That had a run I was holding for a very long time, Ethereum Classic, and everything was flying up, and then I sold. I thought I'd come back, and this ended up going before what I bought moved, and it was very frustrating. A lot of people, you don't really hear a lot of people talking about the classic cryptos. Well, you haven't really heard people talk about Litecoin or Ethereum Classic, but look at that. There's no way that was 3,000%, surely. That's 36 times your money. That moved on October 20. Wow. I don't even know where that even happened. Nearly 40 times your money. Unbelievable. Now we're down to $26. Sitting around the 886 here. Interesting to see what happens with that. I think especially if we get another Ethereum run, it could be worth looking at the Ethereum Classic. Wouldn't be surprised actually after we've had all these new names shooting off that maybe some of the classics could come back. There's no fundamental reason why I'm saying that. Just a thought. Got another classic one here, XMR. December 19, $25. Unbelievable. May 21, $500. Nearly 2,000%. Incredible. No one's ever talking about the old stuff. Never, but it still made some massive gains. I was holding the relic stuff for the start of this run. Missed out on a lot of. I think I missed out on a lot like Solana and stuff. I was thought, no, I'm going to stay with the classic relic stuff. I still believe in it. Didn't really do much fundamental research into what this new stuff did. I had Matic. I felt Matic was going to be amazing, and stupidly dumped a lot of it, and I regret it massively. And Phantom as well. They just didn't do anything. And when I got rid of them, I've got a massive signature in getting rid of stuff that does really, really well. In the end, I'll take $1,000 profit, then look, and I would have made, I don't know, a lot of money. Yeah, so mental end to the last crypto run. Nowhere near the success I got in 2017. But I started looking. I was looking more on US stocks at the time. I wasn't really paying much attention to crypto. So anyway, I caught this an end. 41 minutes. If you've liked, want to see more, please like and subscribe. I'm going to keep making these just to keep me more interested, really. I mean, I'm not really getting much exposure from Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube. I get more off TikTok. Now, I'll keep making them, just try and keep a bit of interest, because I'm working on other projects at the moment, but I want to keep the interest on this and not forget where the crypto market is, especially looking at things like Cardano, Matic, Phantom. I'm even going to start picking up the classical stuff again. Once I see a positive change. Now, we've had Omicron, Russia. What else can they throw at it to keep crypto down? I think we should be going the other way, really. I'm surprised we haven't. We never really had a blow off top, which everyone was expecting. I was sat there waiting, let's have the blow off top, then I'll sell everything, then I'll look at rebuying later on down the line. But I feel like we never had that craziness of 2017, which a lot of other YouTubers said we haven't had it. A lot of people said we haven't had it. Which, I don't know if anyone's calling the end of this run. I don't think it is yet. I think the next run will be ridiculous, and that will be the kind of run 2017. But we'll see. But it's not happening yet. Everyone's very wary at the moment, and the institutions, they'll have their bots buying this up continuously, pushing it down lower, and they'll be playing off the fibs. That's why I like to look at the fibs. They buy the fibs, sell it, they accumulate, they push it down, start the hype off. You'll see adverts that everyone wants to buy crypto, and then they're buying too high. They're making profits, but they never sell, they get burnt. Right. Thank you for watching. Good night.